Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a good one today. I'm the Metal Junkie, and today I'm going to be ranking all 6 studio albums from the White Stripes. One of my personal favorite rock bands. I feel like they're fairly overlooked. A lot of people see them as a one-hit wonder perhaps with like Seven Nation Army, but there's so much more. And they're a duo. You don't see that too often, so that's pretty cool. We got Jack White, Meg White, 6 albums. We're going to get right into this. Make sure you like and subscribe if you like rankings like this or reactions. I also do those as well. Showing off my tiers, I got Masterpiece at the very top, 10 out of 10. Then we got Amazing, 9 out of 10, Great, Good, Just Okay, Below Average, Bad, and God Awful at the very bottom. We're going to get right into this with their debut album, self-titled album from 1999. And this one's very raw, basic but effective. It's fairly simple, but I really like this one. And interesting enough, before going through these albums for this video, I've listened to these albums tons of times, but I never really listened to them in like a critique sense, or like in a review sense. So this was different, and I really got a different idea of how I place these albums now. So yeah, this album I still quite enjoyed. It moves really quickly. I mean, it's 44 minutes long, but most of the songs are like 3 minutes long or less. So they just go right through really quick, flows really nicely. Really raw vintage sound. This feels like it should have been out in the 70s. But yeah, interesting enough, this came out in 99. But I really do enjoy this one. Some standouts for me is Stop Breaking Down. That's such a badass track. Wasting My Time. Great little chords and great lyrics to that one. Love it. Do has a great melody to it. One More Cup of Coffee is a great cover of a Bob Dylan track. And we got interesting songs like St. James Infirmary Blues. We got great piano in there. The very unique I Fought Piranhas to close things off. And like I said, it's pretty simple at times. For example, Cannon and Astro both take things very simple, but again, it's just so effective. And this album has a very blues rock sound to it. Pretty much all good tracks on here. There's only a few that I'm not really fond of. Like Little People is easily the weakest one here. Big Three Killed My Baby is okay. I don't mind that one, but everything else is great to amazing. There's 17 tracks, so there's bound to be a little bit of filler on here. So that's pretty good for your debut. Where am I going to place it? I think this one deserves to be in the great category, which is awesome for a debut. Very raw, like I said, production-wise too as well, but they get better at that. Moving on to their second album, Distill. I don't know how you pronounce this, but the one from 2000, their second album. And man, just an overall improvement on the debut in almost every way. Still not the top of their game, but they're getting there. I love, again, how bluesy it is. The slides and everything on the guitar are really cool on this one. And songs like Little Bird especially has like a heaviness to it too. Really hard rockin' vibes, but add in that slide is so unique and cool. Death Letter, such a badass cover. I like pretty much all their covers. They do a great job of that, especially Jolene, which isn't on these albums. And I like that they don't exactly take themselves too seriously, right? Little tongue-in-cheek at times with songs like You're Pretty Good Looking for a Girl, Hello Operator, or even Your Southern Can Is Mine, which is a great way to close off the album with a very different sound from all the other tracks on here. Yeah, I love Truth Doesn't Make a Noise as well. I want to mention that, and Apple Blossom. Just, one of some of the top tracks from this band. Really not too much bad stuff on here. A Boy's Best Friend is probably the weakest for me, but it's still like a solid 7 out of 10. So, like I said, pretty much an improvement on everything from the debut. It feels tighter, little bit better production, but it will get better. I'm putting this in amazing. We're stepping it up. Moving on to their third album, White Blood Cells from 2001, I believe, yes. And this one, again, just improving. And this one, re-listening to it for this video, man, I really didn't notice how great this album was. I knew I loved it, but damn, I really love this record. So many good tunes on here. We get 16 tracks and very, very little filler. We got more of a garage rock sound, more distortion on here, which is cool. But we still got a few good old acoustic tracks as well. They didn't lose where they came from. And better lyrics, too. Better songwriting, better lyrics. This is where they really started penning really good lyrics and coming up with really unique and iconic song structures. We get their first hits on here with I Fell in Love with a Girl. Hotel Yorba is such a fun acoustic track. Fell in Love with a Girl, funny enough, was probably the first song I ever heard by them, and I love how it has that like kind of a little bit of a punk vibe to it, I feel. Dead Leaves in the Dirty Ground is definitely a standout, and again just shows off their distortion side of the band. Just so great. There's so many bangers on here. Same Boy You've Always Known. We're Gonna Be Friends. Love the finger picking on that one. I think I Smell a Rat. It's really cool. The weakest track is probably Aluminum, and it's still pretty damn cool if you ask me. So yeah, just a huge improvement again in the band's discography. So I'm putting this one in Masterpiece. It's definitely an overlooked album if you ask me, because everybody talks about their next album, which we'll get to, but this one is deserving of that Masterpiece spot, man. And they're fun to play on guitar. I love playing Offend in Every Way on guitar, and all these songs are just so damn good. Even I'm Finding It Harder to Be a Gentleman is a banger. So yeah, whether they're going hard or soft on this one, it's perfection basically. So really good record. Moving on to probably their biggest record, where they reached worldwide success. It's Elephant from 2003. Seven Nation Army, probably their biggest song, but not their only hit, let me tell you. But yeah, damn good track there. And again, great lyrics, even more improved aspects, everything from the songwriting to the lyrics to they're just getting really creative on this one without experimenting too much to change their sound, which they'll do on their later albums. But yeah, this one is just full of bangers again, and their most electric album, I feel. Songs like Black Math, Girl You Have No Faith in Medicine just have such a hard rockin' vibe to them. It's infectious. The way it ends too, it's almost like a country duet or triplet, because Meg's in there too, with Well It's True That We Love One Another. And yeah, again, just showing the band's diversity there. Love Hypnotize. Ball and Biscuit is a fan favorite. A little bit too long for me, but I still do love that track. We still get those more tongue-in-cheek moments with like little acorns. It's such a good record, guys. At 50 minutes long, I think it's their longest record. If not, it's one of their longest records, but you don't feel the runtime at all because each track is so damn good. I Want to Be the Boy to Warm Your Mother's Heart. Like, a song like that doesn't sound like it's for me, the Metal Junkie, but damn, is that not a freaking perfect track. I love it. And we even get older tracks on here, like You Got Her in Your Pocket, which is a song Jack written in the 90s, and he brings it back for this album, and the finger picking on that is just so damn good. And again, another album that's fun to play on guitar. Hardest Button to Button is another big hit by of theirs. So yeah, practically flawless album. Once again, they were on a hot streak right here. This one's also going in Masterpiece. I am going to put White Blood Cells ahead of it just by a little bit. Personal choice there, but if I could only have one, I would go with White Blood Cells, but they're both deserving of that top spot. Moving on to their fifth record, Get Behind Me, Satan, from 2005. Not a good record. This is not going to continue their streak of greatness. They were moving up this whole time, and now they're about to crash, because I'm not a fan of this record. It's like, sometimes it's just noise at times. At other times, you get songs like The Nurse, which is one of their worst tracks ever made, which has elements that's okay, but then the drums don't mix well with everything else. It's like bad songwriting, if you ask me. Damn, Passive Manipulation, what the hell is that? At least it's short, but it's weird as hell. It's like they were trying so much to be unique and different on here where it just failed. They were better off sticking with the basics. They kind of perfected that, but here I felt like they tried to venture out farther, and it completely backfired on them. Blue Orchid is one of the best songs on the album, and it's not even one that I really go back to all that often right now. Back when it came out, I loved it, but I kind of got sick of it, and it gets repetitive. Red Rain, I would say, is the best song on here at the moment. Everything else, it's kind of take it or leave it. The Denial Twist, not bad, but not really my type of track. As ugly as I seem, not a fan of it. I'm lonely, but I ain't that lonely yet. It's kind of terrible. So, just it's just not my album. They're getting too creative for their own good, if you ask me, and they kind of lost the magic. So, where am I putting this? I'm honestly putting it in below average. It's teetering on bad. I'm looking at the track list right now. I'm gonna put it in below average, okay? But it's teetering. It's not real good. I feel like they could do so much more. We know they have potential to put out better records. This one just did nothing for me. There's like White Moon is another song that's just terrible. And I can't say that about their other albums, that they have this many terrible songs. There's sometimes one song, two songs maybe. This one has multiple ones, and yeah, just was not a fan of it at all. Then lastly, we got Icky Thump from 2007, the final album by the band, with a runtime of 47 minutes. And this one's kind of a return to norm, kind of not. The first half is kind of mediocre at best. We get more awful guitar distortion noises in Icky Thump and 300 miles per hour torrential outpour blues. Stupid titles too. It's like, come on, guys. Again, trying to be too much out of the box, but yeah, much better than Get Behind Me, Satan, if you ask me. But then the middle part of the album, Prickly Thorn and St. Andrew, it's like, what the hell is that? What are you guys doing, man? Just terrible. Not what I want to hear. But then, this is what gets me. From track 8 to 13, the second half of the album is practically a masterpiece. So it totally saves the album for me. We get Little Cream Soda, the best song with Little in the title. Little Bird is the second place, if you ask me. But yeah, I'm slowly turning into you. A Martyr for My Love for You, such a good song. Again, great freaking picking on there on the acoustics. Catch Hell Blues, heavy and bluesy, count me in. And Effect and Cause, simple but effective again. So yeah, it's tough with this album because, like I said, the first half is like, okay. The middle is weird as hell, not my thing. And then the ending is amazing. It's great. So it's tough, but I think I'm going to place this album in just okay. No, I'm going to put it in good. It's not quite great, but it's better than just okay, especially because of the second half of this album. If it wasn't for that, it would definitely be dropping. But yeah, the first half is just kind of weird with Icky Thump, like Conquest. What the hell is that? It's like they were trying to do, I think I Smell a Rat, but more out there. And yeah, it's just weird, man. But overall the album is good, I feel, and it's definitely in the right direction if they would have kept up as a band and not disbanded, unfortunately. Jack White's still going off, still doing his own thing. I've only heard his first album after departing White Stripes, and then I never really checked out anything else by him. And I also know the Raconteurs, if you're wondering. I know their first album as well, but yeah, I really miss the White Stripes. I wish they were still around to make music. But yeah, this is my tier list. I hope you enjoyed it. It's in the order that I ranked these from worst to best. So let me know how you rank these down in the comment section. What's your favorite? What's your least favorite? Do you actually like Get Behind Me, Satan? Because I don't. I think it's, like I said, it's teetering on bad. I probably should put it in bad, but for the sake of this video, it's going in below average. So there you have it, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. There'll be more rankings coming up in the future, and of course more song reactions, so stay tuned. And I hope you guys enjoyed this one. That's all I got for you guys today, and until next time, thanks for watching.